Hello, guys. Yeah, our normal 2 o'clock South African time. I'm going to start on the dot, just because we run out of recording time. If you join, that's great. If not, I'll post it and I'll distribute it anyway. Tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m., we've got a major event with Debbie Bryan, one of our oldest customers, and we're going to build her knowledge base live. So what's interesting with that is that we're expecting quite a few visitors to turn up. Hi, Francois. And of course, I've invited some all the VAs to come along as well and join in the process. So that's 9:30 tomorrow morning on the normal UK event platform. I think Janine is joining us now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Francois. All good.
Okay, but you can't see me. I don't know what the hell is going on with my camera. It doesn't want to function today.
I don't want to see you anyway. That's fine.
Thank you. Yippee, 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 yippee,
Well, Janine, I think Janine's joined us, although I can't see. Ah, there she is. She's connecting to audio. Yeah, or what I'm doing really is a kind of a heads up, because what I want us to realize is that the knowledge base, the categories in the knowledge base, join up to either a PhoneLite or a PhoneSite. So they're part of the same thing. So when we first meet a client and we're putting down that information for the first time, we could, if we wanted to, go straight into their new TAWK chat room and knowledge base and create it there. Or hello, can you hear me? Can you hear?
Yes, it's a bit unstable. I couldn't hear you earlier.
All right, okay.
Okay, no, it's fine now.
Cool. I was just saying, Janine, tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. UK time, I think that's 11:30 your time, we've got a live call with Debbie Bryan, who's just done the TEDx presentation in Canada.
Okay.
And she's high profile. She's one of our first customers. She owns a PhoneLite. And what we're going to do tomorrow morning at 9:30 is build the knowledge base that would then clip into her PhoneLite using buttons. So when you kind of look at these two products, the PhoneLite requires buttons to really beautiful looking buttons and we'll show you some examples that takes people, well, like I did with yours, Janine, inside your PhoneLite. But obviously, when somebody goes to PhoneLite entry, which is what Debbie's got, then she's got 5 QR in the carousel. She's got 5 pages. She's got stuff going on the bio, lots of buttons, taking her off to categories within her knowledge base that she will control herself. She may even decide to employ VAs to help her with that. So that's what I'm kind of hoping eventually what's going to happen with her. But the idea really is that when we connect the PhoneLite or PhoneSite to the knowledge base, that gives the client complete control of the information that they're broadcasting from inside their products. And of course, those same articles and information can be sent via email, newsletter, and obviously from inside a PhoneSite, which is an app. It can be sent out as push notifications. Okay, so from different categories, but that's just moving ahead. The reason we're doing this is to say, okay, right, the client's purchased a product, they've booked time with the VA, they've got 5 hours with the VA to get the whole thing on board. Where do we start? Because the documentation after this is something else. I'll show you that like smartphone pages, you fill them in and it zips off. The PhoneLite one goes off to our development team there. The other one zips off to a different development team who build apps. So that's not for today. It's already built. If you want to look at it, it's very straightforward. They're all within the onboarding section on the Multics app. Okay, So they're quite easy.
Okay.
I think there's like a red button there you can find. Okay, so yeah, let's share. Okay, we're going to start inside like we do most days now. We start inside the VA toolbox. There's extra stuff I'm putting in there, nothing particularly, out of the way. The Spearhead social media campaign that we started yesterday that I took you through for, the auto trade, for hospitality, and for real estate. That's under that button there. We've got our own Calendly button, which is mine there. I'm quite keen to make sure you've all got your own Calendly buttons on your PhoneLite through a button, so it will say Calendly. And if you want me to run over again how to create buttons, just let me know, okay? It's not a problem. It's quite straightforward to do. I created quite a few yesterday. They look really beautiful. I'll show you. So yeah, the knowledge base link is there, our shops, our people, previous recordings. So today's recording I will put in there as well. There's a couple of recordings missing. If anybody's got them, let's send them to me and I'll stick them in there. Okay, so this onboarding documentation, we're not going to worry about that today. I'm going to focus on one thing only, which is the Sensus process model. Now, this is an Apple product, all right? You might not be able to use it, I don't know. But I use it on my iPad. I can sit down watching the TV and just put stuff together. And it's perfect with clients. You can say, okay, right, Mr. Client, how are we going to structure the categories in your knowledge base? And you can look at other people's categories like Debbie Bryan or particularly Elaine Godley's. And you can say, okay, right, well, we need to have a legal section. Let's put that in. And so you create this kind of flow diagram, boxes of what the categories are going to be. Like I said, you might decide to write it down on a piece of paper. You might decide to jump the whole thing and just build it direct into the knowledge base for the client. Whichever way you do it, you're recording that information so that, when we go into production, that's created for the people who are building the PhoneLite, for the people that are creating the PhoneSite for you. So it's just a pictorial reference, really. So there are loads of other kind of modelers out there, but this is just one I've used. So okay, so if you remember, I created this form page off of here last time, just to describe stuff. So this is what a screenshot could look like. This one is for, I think, Elaine Godley, I think. Yeah, I think it is. It was taken from Elaine Godley. So you can see here, here's her knowledge base. All I've done in this example is taking the headings from her knowledge base here, okay, and put them into here. But what I'm saying to you is that you can do it the other way around. If you want to do it this way, do it this way. Take an image, a screenshot of the image, and then you've got it, and it can be posted then for your own reference, for the client reference. So when you begin building the PhoneLite with them, you can then clearly begin to create the buttons in PhoneLite that connect to the areas that they want to connect to. Does that make sense? Yeah? Yes.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, it's actually really straightforward, but I think it's important that you measure twice and cut once with the client. Don't rush it, don't move on until the client's really told you exactly what they think they might have in their knowledge base. Don't let them gloss over it. The detail here is as important as onboarding with a logo and colors, etc. Without it, you will struggle to create the project. So take your time, no rush. you've got an allotted time of 5 hours with every single PhoneLite extra, entry that comes now. There's £50 in the pot for you to spend 5 hours with the client. All right, and that's same with the. Although I haven't told anybody yet, I'm telling you now. The QR library that's being created as well. I'll show you that in a second. The QR library, you've got an hour allotted, which is more than you don't need an hour to spend with the client on that. But that's another, sort of the £10 that comes in. And I actually think that when we start the social media campaign next week, by the way, so it's going to be gently starting next week, and then as we move forward, it's going to go into full gusto. What you're going to find is that certain clients adopt certain things strangely. They might want a biz card just to dip their toe in the water. They might decide, okay, well, I'll go for a free PhoneLite. They might think, oh, well, I'm going to buy a QR from the library because they look pretty. Whatever happens, it gives you the chance to go in and talk to them, find out what their needs are, and begin to build that special relationship, that lifetime relationship with them. Because I honestly see your clients being your clients for many, many years, because they get used to using our system. It works, and they get familiar working with you, and they trust you. So it starts here. Yeah, do it like this. Take a user system, take an image, and then obviously the next thing to do is to go and create the articles in TAWK. And there they are. So everything from here is built here and ends up looking like this. It's not tricky, is it? Pretty straightforward. Have you both you guys built your own TAWK knowledge base yet?
No, I have not built that one.
Francois, have you built yours yet?
No, I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I still need to sort out all my 1,000 documents and get them sorted out somewhere.
Well, what you're going to find, Francois, you're going to find it cathartic. It's going to be full on, especially in your industry, because you've got so much stuff. You're going to find it inspiring. I promise.
Yeah, well, it could help me a heck of a lot, because we, as you know, that I had the inspection from the Financial Services Conduct Authority the other day, yeah.
Right.
And the amount of questions and stuff that they want us to do, it is mind-boggling. And I mean, it be so, how would I say, so boring on the one hand, but on the other hand, it is, I can see the importance of it, and that they want, for argument's sake, that every client that we take on board, I must screen them.
Right.
I said, but I've got a scanner, so I reckon that is not going to work. I said, I've got a bit of a scanner, so I can meet them, can measure their temperatures and all those type of things. No. We want you to screen them for if they appear on the FIC website.
Oh, right.
The Financial Intelligence Center's website.
Crumbs.
And if you are, so if I do any dealings with you,
yeah,
then I need your full detail, ID number, and all those type of things.
Right.
And then I go onto the FIC website,
yeah,
and see whether you are not already registered as a suspect on the Financial Intelligence Center's website for anything about terrorism and money laundering.
Yeah, it's getting worse and worse. I know the government's trying to control. What we've got is a global financial system that's twisting out of control, and they're trying to control it. That's what's going on.
Well, the whole thing is, if you look at the financial, if you look at FIC's website and you look at the people that is already listed there, there's thousands.
Yeah.
But all of of them are, I would say, Pakistanis, all those type of people. Muhammad Madawab, Zugura Abab, and all that type of names. I tell you, it is absolutely crazy. Now, the point is, and then onboarding document. If I got an onboarding document, I must have an onboarding document for a client to complete and give me all those details before I can, in actual fact, start talking to him.
Yeah, well, we'll work on this, Francois, because I know how to do all this for you. It's just a question of starting the project. Let me finish this, and then yeah.
Okay, no problem.
That's definitely something we can do. We discussed this before. Everything can be done through smartphone pages, and I mean everything. It's just a question of, you know, having the time and the effort to create it. Now, the best thing about what I'm trying to show you here pictorially is that, yep, there we are. We've created the flow diagram. Yep, there we are. We've now created the categories inside TAWK. Brilliant. Now we can connect those categories to, effectively, these are buttons, aren't they, on an app? You just touch them, you know. So with dialogue with Elaine, it's been a constant thing with me. She's asked me to make shops. We make shops. I'm going to show you how to make shops in the future. We are connecting her to courses and events that are changing all the time. And, you know, eventually she's going to become a VA. The only reason she's not a VA client now, to be honest with you, apart from the fact she's got no money, is that she was a very brave pioneer of Multics at a time when she seriously struggling with her website people, and she fell out with them. So she jumped ship. And I set up a really cheap deal just to help her and get her on board. But actually what's turned out to be is quite a really super project for all of us, because at the end of the day, she's got a fabulous knowledge base and it connects directly to her app underneath these buttons on 2 pages. Okay. So yeah, that was cool. She had to do an upgrade. So I had to create more of these buttons that were inside her app to manage everything. But it's as simple as this. Knowledge base, get that sorted. That gives you the tools you require to build the PhoneLite and the PhoneSite, and to fill in the documentation that's required. Not going to do that today. It's a bit too much. So that's my point. That's what I wanted to get over. I guess if you've got any questions. Quite straightforward.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yes.
It's fine. Go forward.
Yes, I think when you actually do it, we will have more questions, because to look at it now and see, okay, it looks quite straightforward to do, but once you have a project and you have to complete it, that is when I think we will have more questions.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, you're going to have a blind panic 2 o'clock in the morning problem for sure. It's going to happen. But, you know, at the end of the day, like I keep saying to you, and I'll say it over and over, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. You have got more knowledge than anybody else in the talk, in the chat room industry, or in the PhoneLite or PhoneSite industry. And very, very, very few people have already got the knowledge that you've got. So we can work with that. That's great. Make money from it. Okay, so you know, should I explain to you how to make buttons again?
Yes, you can show us quickly about the button
yes,
thing.
yes, please.
Okay. Right, so
went into it.
First things first. There's only one URL to go to at any time, really, and that's let's just get rid of all of this. And get rid of that. Let's keep it nice and simple. Right, so there's only one place to go. It's actually a bookmark on my PC here, be on your phone. It's on my phone as well. So I can send documentation off my phone. I can be talking to somebody, say, yeah, I'll send that to you now, bosh. You know, straight from the knowledge base, send it straight from my phone. So everything that you need in here is under tools or VA. It's quite a lot under the VA section, actually, but VA tools of the trade. You've got one working document in there. excuse me, just a second. Debbie Bryan's phoning. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do, Debbie. I'll send you Elaine Bryan's knowledge base link, and that'll give you some. I just pluck out from there what you think you might like for yourself, and we use them tomorrow. Yeah, legals, you know, events, all that kind of stuff. All right, sweetheart. Okay. No. Yeah, just send them to me either first thing in the morning or late tonight. I don't mind, and we'll work with it tomorrow. No, it's always 9:30. Yeah. All right. Thank you, sweetheart. Bye-bye. See, that's a typical VA conversation, isn't it? You know? I know you can hear it in my hearing aids, but okay, so right. So in here we have got how to create buttons, yeah? Button creator. So click on that. A couple of things you need to work in tandem with here. Again, off your toolbox is color. Where is it? Color palette creator, this one. So get them both open at the same time. All right. Now in here, you simply import an image, set up your own username and password. And you grab an image, pull it into here. So let's just grab any old image here, drop an image. Okay. By the way, these are the I've just added these to the library. The beautiful artwork coming from our designer in India for the library, and we're going to sell them and give you an hour's VA work on every single one. So let's just grab one of these as an example. So you can see immediately you've got a color palette here. These are actually Multics colors she's used. This is what I sent to her, so that's cool. And what you do is you save that, and I send a copy to the client as well, always. Why not? You know, it's a nice thing, it's a nice touch. Send them the color palette, and they go, "Oh, that's nice." And then you can obviously use those colors for creating smartphone pages, QR, and building the PhoneLite and PhoneSite, obviously, using the same colors. So what you do is you save it here in the system. You've got save palettes, see, like this. So I've got lots of them here. Here's Janine's earthy colors, and that just came from that picture of the, the leaves at the top of your PhoneLite. So there's lovely colors. I don't think I've got anything from. I don't think I've done this for you, Francois. I think yours is made black and white, isn't it?
Yeah, my logo is just black and white.
Yeah, so it's going to be looking like this. It's going to be monochrome probably, like this. But anyway, use your own logo as an experiment.
But I can use any of these colors if I draw up a document or something like that, not so?
Exactly, yeah. So with the client, when they give you the logo, my God, you've got everything. You've got all the colors that work together in one place to use. So
yeah.
So for example, if we're making like a strong color, let's use Janine's. If we're creating a strong button color, probably looking for something like this, or maybe this. So let's grab this code. You've only got to touch it, and it gives you the hex code, so that's saved. And then you go into your button factory, and you on the right-hand side here, it asks for the color you want to create. Put that in there. So, but now we got the exact color. Okay, that's good, isn't it? And then in here, we'll make it for Calendly. Okay, so if you send me your Calendly link, Janine, if you've got one, and I'll show you how to add. Right. So this is what the button now looks like. We've got to make it small, guys. It's got to be down to about 15 or 16 to fit into the PhoneLite nicely. Okay. And what I tend to do is I give it a border, just a slight border, but then I put a shadow on it, like so. So it makes it look like it's, you know, it's coming towards you. So now you've got something that looks really quite sweet. So you save that, and then what you do is you go into your PhoneLite. So let's go into Janine's. Imagine doing this for a client. Okay, I'm going to go into because you've got very limited space for buttons in here. But what we'll do is we will grab this button. Now, what you've got to do is you've got to put the button somewhere, like a button page in the knowledge base. Okay, so as an example in here, I'm going to no, I'm not in here. It's the wrong one. Okay, if I go back into what I tend to do is I will do this inside the client's knowledge base. So you can have an article area. It's just got buttons in it, you know. So let's, for example, I'll put this in the toolbox. On any document inside the knowledge base, you can put an image of the button, because what you need to do is grab the image, the button image. So I've already done one here. I'll just put another one in there. I'm going to grab the image I've just saved onto the computer. There we are, Calendly. All right, so now you can copy the image address. All right, now with that, you can add that into, you can add that into your biz card in this manner here. Insert image, put in the link you just saved from TAWK, and there she is. So Janine, send me your Calendly link.
Very nice. Yes. I will send it to you as soon as we are done, because I can't go in there now.
Okay, no problem. Well, you can go and do it yourself, can't you? Because all you got to do is you go.
Yes, I would
go in there, and what you do is you highlight the image. Here, look, and you put a link into it. Your Calendly link. It's that simple. Let's make this smaller because it's too big. All right, so you know, that's how you do it. Apply changes. So that button there is waiting for you. Now with clients, of course, when you go to a much bigger project, so let me just show you what I mean by this. So the project that I've been working on, that I shared with you yesterday, which is which one is it there? Must be at the top here. Oh, there it is. No, not that one. Oh, it's under Tom. Of course it is. I keep remembering. Yeah, I created it with Tom right in the early stages. This one here, right? So in here, this is the one that I showed you yesterday. Now you'll see the use of buttons is really quite powerful when you start to think about using it on a full-blown PhoneLite entry. You've got the carousel, so you could technically put buttons in there, but it tends to go up and down. You need images roughly the same size, and I stick with QR in there very often because it just looks sexy on the phone. But when you're in the bio area, you've got the opportunity to put really good quality buttons in like this, yeah, with a shadow. Again, using the color from the client's color from the logo. And then you can really go to town in here. You can have a heading. So very often I use a button as a heading here, which has got no link. And then you've got two buttons underneath which do have links. Here we are. Again, I'm mixing up the colors just to get a bit of contrast. All right. This one takes you to our new library. I'll take you there whilst we're there, show you. So this is where the shop is. People can order. So this is how a standard dynamic QR looks like for free, PhoneLite free and starter. But a client can spend some money and upgrade to one of these. And that gives you an hour's time. You won't need an hour, to be honest with you, but what you'll need to do is grab the logo that they want to put in the middle, talk to them about a call to action, use it to build rapport and get trust with the client. Because all you're doing is shipping this off to India, to Guyana in India, on WhatsApp or email, and she will complete the task for you. So you're going to need the color scheme, yeah. So from the logos. So all you do is, again, same story. Create the palette, send Guyana the palette, send her the logo, which created the palette. The call to action at the bottom, less than 15 letters if you can, and that's it, job done. And it may be that the client wants to have the same QR, but different calls to action. You can do that. Why not? Yeah. Ask them, do you want 2 or 3 calls to action? What does that mean? Well, you could say, okay, well, you sell honey. If you've got a Christmas club, yes, you want a QR for the Christmas club? It's going to the same place. Okay. Do you want a QR for ordering your honey from the market stall next week, for example, or in 2 weeks' time? Put your pre-order in. Yeah. That QR will always go to the same place, the PhoneLite, but it depends what's in there as to what the QR can do for the client, especially with smart form pages. When you start having shops and stuff, it's amazing how many different calls to action you can have just going to exactly the same place. So there you are. Use the time to build a rapport with the client. You get a little bit of money for that, but I think it's time well spent. Okay, so any other questions on building buttons? Straightforward?
Yes, thank you. That's quite.
Thanks.
I will try to do my own one just to get the feel for it.
I would.
Yes.
I would, and then you can change the padding as well, so you can make the buttons skinnier. There's lots of things you can do. You just get to play with it, and but yeah, I think a lovely classic, because it obviously in PhoneLite the navigation is from buttons. It has to be. There's no real way you're off and back on to the. But with the app, it's different. You just touch a picture. So yeah, and that'll become more obvious with the onboarding as well. An app is more pictorial. A PhoneLite is more button oriented. And I would suggest that 2 or 3 buttons, if you're keeping it clean, like I did yesterday on this one, keeping it clean with buttons takes all the weight off of it, So, when you go you imagine this on your phone, okay? You just click on here and you've got 2 buttons. How easy is that for the client to navigate? It's absolutely idiot-proof. And they can say, oh, well, what are examples of like a server? They touch it on their phone and then this loads. I mean, it's just not difficult, is it? So, yeah, get to using buttons and linking off to the knowledge base. And then obviously it can link to categories or articles. That's something else to think about as well. And I see this changing all the time. I can see that you will be I guess the client would be running out of time with you and they'll have to book more time because it's constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. It's not like a website, which is static and boring. This changes all the time. And that can be done actually with a connected article, or it can be new articles and new buttons added. But the maximum you can have on here is 5 in the carousel, okay, and five pages underneath. We can't build any more than that. That's the top. That's the top. But you know, the tricks of the trade that you can do is that you can link up, you can create a page which has got more company details on, perhaps, or has got, you know, people in their group, you know, maybe 4, 5, 10 people. You know, you can get quite creative with using the knowledge base for getting that information into this tiny space with a PhoneLite on the phone. It's nothing. It's only governed really by your imagination.
Tell me just quickly, that picture that you just showed with the buttons there on that picture. Wouldn't it be best if you put your type of calendar link of your calendar button in there? Or can't you do that?
Yeah, you can only, on PhoneLite free, there's only one place to put it, and that's in your bio.
Oh, we have to put it in your bio.
Yeah, and that's it's really
what is that QR button there on that PhoneLite free where you got that buttons? Can you go back to that button thing?
yeah. Might not run out of time here. This one.
Okay, now, yeah, the one you just before that. No, the one before this one, not this one.
Was I in here?
That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at that one there, you've got WhatsApp, meaning that it's going to be a WhatsApp call or something that somebody wants to WhatsApp you.
Yeah, correct. There's nothing, you can't change these.
Okay, that QR code there, what is that QR code for?
When you're at a show, that just, when you're at a show, you click it like that, comes onto your phone screen, and somebody can simply scan it.
Oh, okay. So it's your QR code that you will have
Yeah, it's just for you.
access to.
Yeah. So you are highly restricted on free because the only bit you've got is your bio, and it's very easy to make it cluttered in there.
Okay, now I'm just checking it because I've got my PhoneLite open up.
Yeah.
And we're just checking it now. I just want to go back. And where the hell do I go back now? Okay, I opened the thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, then call and then email, then Facebook, then Instagram, then LinkedIn.
That's it.
That's all your links to the different things, YouTube, website.
Yeah.
Okay, now for argument's sake, that website thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a website. Is that now, where does that thing go into?
Well, if you go into the back office here, look, into the back office here, sorry, you can, where it says social media settings here, this is where you can change it. So you could, if you wanted to, you could put a link in here to your knowledge base. Of course you can.
To your knowledge base, okay.
Yeah. So you can have, you know, a section on blah blah blah, and you can link it directly here.
Okay. Then you can, yeah, then you can put it to your knowledge base, and where in your knowledge base you've got all those, the documentations or some instructions in your knowledge base, then where the client can go to.
Yeah, you could send it straight to you know, your category, all your categories, like this area here, if you want to. Yeah, you can do that. But obviously, from a client perspective, we're looking for them to upgrade so we can, you know.
Okay, that sounds great.
Yeah. But yeah, both of you guys need to crack on with building your talk. You've got the links in the goodie bag. We've got less than a minute left now.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. I'll play with it as well.
And send me your username and password, and I'll put it into the company CRM so you don't lose it.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, will do. Okay.
Bye for now.
Okay, thank you, William. Appreciate it.
See you in the morning.
Thank you. Yes, bye-bye.
Hopefully, bye.